This is the Bounty Hunter. He is a versatile killing machine which will pretty much he has high base damage, he has okay like control skills, and you understand why he is a killing machine. His main mechanic is mark, or one of his mechanics is marking the targets. Marking will not like deal a lot of damage, it actually only deals 1 damage, but in a critical hit we do like 2 or 3 maybe, I don't know, maximum. But what it will do, it has really high accuracy, so it will hardly miss ever, and will mark the target. What marking the target does is, it will make collect the bounty deal 100% extra damage against that target. So, collect bounty is a basic attack. It can be used, unlike most of the other basic attacks. Instead of him having to be on the front 2 spots, he can be on the 3rd spot for this one, or the front 2, and it will hit the first 2 characters on the enemy party. His other mechanic is he has flashbang, which will stun a character. He can use from the 3 spots on the back, and it will hit anyone in the enemy party at any spot. And what this does is, it will shuffle the enemy, which means he will move out of his position, or it has a chance of moving out of his position to any random location. For instance, if I use this on the 4th space, well, at least it seems to be how it works. Sometimes I use it on the 4th space and then it hits, and then he like comes for the 2nd space or the 3rd space. Or you use it on the 3rd space and he can come to the 2nd or the 4th, so you don't really have a control over that, but it will change position of something. Well, it has the chance to. He can resist as well, just like you can resist those kind of skills. But it also stuns. That's the most use you have to use from this stun. And when you have a stun target, you have finish him, which can be used from any spot on your party and hit anyone on the enemy team. And against stun targets, it deals 67% more damage. It has like no damage restriction. It has slightly lower crit chance than Light Bounty, but you can use this to hit anyone in the enemy party. And it works pretty much like a basic attack, but you can use it from anywhere from your own party. He also has Uppercut, which will knock back you can only use from the first 2 spots, and it will knock back the first 2 spaces back. Well, one of the first 2, not both at the same time. It deals reduced damage, but yeah. And then he has 2 ranged attacks. This one is ranged as well, but the damage modification like kind of makes it. But this is also like, since both of these only do 1, it doesn't really matter that they're ranged over melee. If that makes any sense? Because the only difference between melee and ranged right now are that you can like increase damage and accuracy based if something is melee or ranged, right? So the only thing that matters from those 2 attacks being ranged is that it can possibly have more or less accuracy. Pretty much it. Now for these 2, those 2 actually deal damage. Those 2 are ranged as well. This one will pull. This one will knock back. This one will knock forward. Like he will pull the 2 on the back, and he can use from anywhere on the party. Deals reduced damage as well, just like Uppercut. And Hook and Slice it's just a range attack pretty much. It deals reduced damage, but you can use from the back. As far as skill set goes, I think his best skill set is Collect Bounty, but at least my preferred one. I don't know if that's the best. Well, probably for now it's the best. I don't know if later that will change, or monsters more. This skill set in particular allows him to stun anyone in the enemy party, and you won't be playing him like a first 2. You can play him as a front row character, like straight up. As you can see, those lights are his preferred position, which means where he can use his skills. The only skill he cannot use from the front row is Flashbang, and the only one he cannot use from the back is Collect Bounty. Every other position, like he can use every other skills. So he can use his skills from pretty much any position. That's his versatility. That's like really nice. Finish him, you'll be using like to, if the first two characters, which is so the only thing that collect bounty, are very sturdy, and you need to kill like those two which are softer targets. Finishing is perfect for that because you can hit anyone on the enemy party. You can also have someone that stuns. Combo with this, like they stun something and then you hit for extra damage, or you can have someone else that marks, and this one hits for extra 100 damage, 100% damage. So yeah, it has some nasty combos going with this thing. And you can also always just try to control the enemies with the stun and shuffling them. As for camping skills, he has, this is how we do it, which will increase the accuracy and critical hit chance of a party member. Tracking, which will make more likely that you'll surprise and less likely that you'll be surprised by monsters, which is really nice if you have characters that don't want to be swapping spots. Plane takedown, which will give him plus 25% if the enemy only has 2 monsters on the party. And scout ahead, which will improve chance of scouting, which is really nice if you like on a mission and you just want to complete the mission without like just checking everything. So yeah, this is the bounty hunter. This is a versatile machine that deals a lot of damage, has nice accuracy and overall like okay stats. He's not as tanky as some characters that are exclusive from the front row, but he will not die very easily, we can rest assured.